This just keeps getting better. I'm grading light. I came down and I'm down here along the, I forget what it's called, but like the highway that goes all the way through the Keys, and I walked down to where it's just highway. There's no land on either side. And my guides guided me down here, and then there's going to be a clearing up ahead, just keep walking. And here, and sure enough, they're like, okay, turn there. I almost passed it, actually. They said stop, and I looked back, and there was the clearing. I walked down there. I'm like, okay, why am I here? And they go collect the shells, and they're like, but not the shells in the ocean. The whole trip, they've been very clear, do not collect the shells in the ocean. It's about the ancient shells, the shells that are buried, because they're going into the Adopt a Spirit program to help connect people to mermaids and Lemurian energies and Atlantean energies and all these different civilizations that were long thought to be past, and the types of beings that exist in those times, and the beings that exist now that are still in the water. So there are all these rocks that have, I don't know if one's small enough to pick up, but I'll show pictures after this. But there are all these rocks that have stone shells embedded. There's stones with shells embedded. So let you see here, there's like shells and things all through the rocks. And so I collect them, and they go, okay, you have enough for one. And I keep doing it. They go, you have enough for two. That's it for today. That's all. And I go, do I need to do an offering? They're like, nope, you're grading light. That's the offering that they want. They want me just walking around, grading light, the ocean. That's all she wants from me right now. I'm like, okay. Even picking up trash, they're like, don't worry about the trash, because I haven't been bringing my bags with me. They're like, don't worry about it. You're just grading light. And then so they gave me all kinds of stuff for this program to help connect people and, help with my ability to have my financial abundance. And at the very end, I set my backpack down. And I put the shells in it, and I go, okay. And they're like, don't go yet. Go up to the tree here. And right at the base of the tree, there's a gift for you. I'm like, what? Like, you just gave me all the shells. That's a gift for the program. They're like, no, that's work. You're activating people. I come to the tree, and hidden by the base of the tree is this big buddy here. And they're like, make sure you take that. That is something for you to take, not to leave. And I can feel it's connected to like the ocean energies for certain. Always follow your intuition and trust it. When you do that, you'll find all kinds of cool stuff in nature, because there are things that people would pass up. They would never see this shell. First of all, most people would never come down here. There's no path. It's all rock. Maybe you can see through there. It's all rock. It's not easy to get down. And I listened to them, found some beautiful shells for the program, and then and they're all old shells, because they were buried in this stone that they dug up. They dug up to create this, embankment and lay it here, but but the stones are eroding from the water, which is revealing the shells in the stones. It's just, really hard sand, essentially. And then some of the other ones have been fossilized. I've been trying to look for the fossilized ones that are crystals, so shells that are actually crystals. That's really cool, and that'll be the Adopt a Spirit program too. But listening to that intuition, I found the crystalline shells. I found a trilobite that I really wanted to take, but it was buried in a 200-pound piece of coral. So I always wanted to find one in nature, and I was granted that. At least I think it's a trilobite. I couldn't see the whole thing, but I could see the back, or some type of thing like that anyway. It might even be just an enormous ancient shell that has the ridges on the back. I'm not sure, so I'll post pictures at some point to see if anybody knows. But then I came out here and I found this just sitting there off the shore by the tree with two of them. There's that one, and then there was this one that was like it's all busted up. It's really old. You can just see it's really old and beaten and broken. they've been out here a while, and it's just fascinating every time I find something. And yeah, I'll definitely be taking this with me. They keep telling me to. I keep seeing it getting cleaned up and just being a piece that holds that energy until I figure out who it needs to go to, because I don't really keep all this stuff. That's the thing. Like, people, I get gifts, and there are some gifts I keep, which are the small ones, and then there are these big ones, which are like, you got to have a place to put them. And so I keep them for a while, and then they make their way somewhere else. So sooner or later, somebody will come along and probably end up with this here in some way. I don't know. If you have questions about, the trip, the beings, anything, feel free to ask. I'm probably going to go live here in a bit. Actually, it might be before I post this even. But anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. Again, listen to your intuition. Listen to your guides. It's all real. It's not crazy. You will find that you can prove it by listening to them. And when they say, hey, go that way, you're going to, go that way instead of the way you actually wanted to go, and find something beautiful because you trusted and did that. And that's how you know it's all real. It's not, a fiction. It's not a fantasy. It's not crazy. It's not schizophrenic. It's none of that. I did not know this was here. I threw my backpack up here and I walked that way. I didn't even look over here. And then I was putting my backpack on, and they were like, make sure you go to the base of the tree. There's a gift for you. So trust that. Love you all. Grateful for each and every one of you. And if you want to support the trip, I do spirit art readings. For those who don't know, I do spirit art readings, divine counsel transmissions. You can donate and tip on my website. And I have the Adopt a Spirit program that brings you tools of shells, crystals, dragon eggs, all kinds of things as that expands and connects you to beings of that nature. So thank you all. Grateful for each and every one of you. Love you all.